Hey traders, Nick Shaheen here. Looking at Microvision. I'm smiling because I'm bracing for impact. So I do these videos. They take a lot of work, and you can try it. It's kind of scary to put your thoughts out there, and people judge it. And I've never locked up the comment section. It's never always been nice, but most people are nice. There are a couple of tickers that draw out trolls like you wouldn't believe. One was Hylion, but not ridiculous. The one that's really nasty that I just found out this week was AMC. So hopefully the fans of Microvision are not the same as AMC because those guys, they're just horrific in nature. The ones that come out, and if here's a general thought. It doesn't bother me personally because I grew up in the war, so I've seen real threats versus these words from the social media. So it doesn't bother me as much. I've got thick skin, as they say. But the way they attack people just because they have a different opinion. And I wasn't nasty about the stock. I was just presenting an opinion that said, you know what, it might have gone too far. And if a person cannot accept that there is an opposing opinion, then that person is unrealistic about the opportunity to make money. You cannot profit unless there's somebody that has the exact opinion as you. It's physically impossible for you to buy shares in a stock you love if everybody loves it. No one's going to sell it. So you need to find an opponent, somebody that has the opinion that is not yours. And you should say, thank you for having the opposite side of my opinion because I'm smarter than you and I'm going to win. Give me your shares. That's how it works. So if these guys go ballistic for me saying it could go down. Now, this is preface to Microvision. Okay, this is out of the way. Let's go into Microvision. I don't have a trade. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I just discussed it in the chat room. It's live and open, 290 people and counting. You can join it. It's not free, but it's free to try out. There's a link to PayPal down below. The transaction is $0, and you have 10 days to evaluate and kick it out anytime you want. Okay. So I will stick to facts and try to put some opinion towards the end. The facts on the chart is that this is a daily chart, simple. There's a big box right here, and the price is right here, right there, visually in the middle. So if you put a Fibonacci from here to here, this would be the 50%, this would be the 61.8%. So somewhere in the middle lies the truth statement. That's exactly where they're at. So the traders are not idiots. They've hated it, they've loved it, and they came back to the middle. In fact, if this was one tick, it'll be a giant doji. Let's do this for an exercise. This is a monthly chart now. This is April. Today, by the way, is April 29th. So this is almost a full month of action. So what's a doji? This is a candle called the doji. So they opened here, and they hated it at some point, and they loved it at another point, and then they said, you know what? I have no idea. I love it. I hate it. I'm not sure. Let's go back and close it exactly where we opened. So they're almost there. So they're just above where they opened. So that's indecisive candle. So in general, they don't know. They chased it to the moon. They tried to sell it off on a report. So far, these are facts. No opinions yet. So nobody should be upset. I'm just reporting facts. So here's another fact. They reported earnings, and I read headlines today that the drop was because it was a bigger loss than expected. That is absolutely ridiculous to sell a stock that's trying to establish itself as a startup based on profitability. Amazon lost money forever. Now, this is not Amazon, but I use it because it's the ultimate growth company. So growth comes at a cost. And when a company is young, you don't punish it because it lost a little bit more than they expected, or a lot of it. It doesn't matter. You punish it if they miss the top line, if they miss the goal, if they miss the production, something that affects sales. That's the punishment. So I didn't read one headline that said it's down because they missed sales. That's what the headline should say, because they missed sales and the sales are shrinking at an alarming rate. So again, facts, not my opinion. So don't take offense to it if you love the company. Here's the actual P&L that I have from TradingView. Total revenue, 9 million, 17 million, 8 million, 3 million, and I think they reported 500,000 this quarter, so 2 million. So the run rate is even accelerating to the downside. That is a reason to fundamentally be upset. Not the fact that they have a bigger loss than expected. The fact that the top line is going the wrong way. Now, the company said that they're on track. I don't know what that means. I didn't read the whole report. You might. So you might say, you know what? Yeah, you're right, but they said they're on track because of XYZ's orders are coming down the line. So it's not an issue. This will stabilize. Then that's fine. So my concern is somebody reading the headline, selling the stock for the wrong reason. You should be selling the stock because it's not delivering the growth and it's overvalued. And I'm not talking, now the opinion comes. Actually, one more fact and then the opinion. I don't mind an expensive company, but it has to justify the expense, the level. So a growth company, so a company that's losing money or starting up, I don't judge it by PE, because it's not supposed to have an E. It's supposed to be spending money to grow, right? Well, here, I usually judge it by the price to sales to give you absolute comparisons. So Amazon, price to sales is, I haven't checked lately. Last time I did, it was 4.5. That's the cheapest of all mega caps out there, including Apple. Apple is like 8. Facebook was around 12. I have to check. Tesla is 24. So what does these numbers mean? Price to sales. It's the stock price right now relative to how many years of sales we're giving it credit for. You want to know what this number is for this company? 1,000. 1,000 years worth of sales baked into the stock price today. It was 12. At one point it was 3. Last year it was 240, and that's outrageous. 1,000? I don't think I've ever seen it at 1,000. So it's not cheap. How about that? Okay, that's the opinion. So if I understand LiDAR and radar versus eyeballs cameras, then I should just stick with the company. But if I'm just trading it, I better get gutsy and trade it. And it's definitely a trading stock. So for that, you'd need to be smarter than the machines. And you need to get down into the nitty-gritty of a 30-minute candle. Can't just trade it looking at a daily candle. And if you don't know what this means, then you're lucky you're making money at it because you're competing against traders who know what they're doing. I don't trade it because I'm too busy during the day. So here's the trading plan if I were on it and I had nothing else to do. I have 2 trigger lines at this candle speed. 1750 or lower triggers bears. They will attack it. And it could get to 14, maybe 13.5. Now, don't get upset. This will be an opportunity to buy it, to swing it back up, to test the neckline you just lost. That's for the bears. So if I'm a bull and I take a long, I should stop out here and try another long. Trading, not investing. This is the trade, the tick above that, the reason to get long, try to swing a trade up to 24, but it's going to immediately hit some sellers into 21 and heavy sellers into 23 and change. So if I'm lucky to get on board here, I should stop out. Okay, so if I get on board here, I should stop out. And if they trigger here, I can chase it if I'm not already long, knowing where I can get out. If I'm not long and it loses footing and it comes down to 14.13, it's an opportunity to get long to try and swing trade it with a stop wherever you want. So what's a stop? A stop can be a percent. Like if I lose 20%, I'm out. It can be a dollar amount. If I lose $500, I'm out. That's different from person to person. If it could be a line amount. A line in the sand. This one, I can say if it loses this, I'm out, or if it loses that, I'm out. Nothing here is an actual, I'm not recommending anybody do this. I'm just saying if I was doing this tomorrow, that's what I would be trading short term. I keep hearing people around me. There's no one here. This would be the plan I would follow. I would build a box around here, and basically the action outside the box should carry in that direction. So don't come to me in the comment section and say, "Oh, good job telling me it can go up and can go down." No, I told you what I would do and what will happen if line A was crossed or line B is crossed. That's how a trading plan works. And if you don't have a plan trading, you're competing against people who do. So they have tools, you don't. You might have extreme luck, but the luck will run out at a certain point. All right, so hopefully the comment section, I won't regret leaving it open. I love making these videos because most of the feedback I get in person or in the comment section is rewarding. But at a certain point, I give up on tickers. Like I gave up on Hyliion. I was helping people. I said, get out at 18. I was long. I said, I'm out. Lost 18. There's no telling how low it goes. I mentioned 12 and below, and I got bombarded for it. Guess what? It's single digits now. So I stopped doing videos for Hyliion because of the abuse. So I will try this one. We'll see what happens. Nick signing out.